back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And I have something very special for you guys today. We are so close to the return of the L Word Generation Q season 2, and it has been such a long wait. So I have this little treat for you guys before the season starts. And that is a collaboration with one of my favorite YouTubers, Evelyn Dar. So Evelyn has a lesbian focused channel as well, and I actually was a fan of hers before I started my own channel, and I love her videos. Her L Word recaps are awesome. They're so funny, and if you guys haven't checked Evelyn out before, I really recommend it. And the two of us are doing kind of a recap of the first season of Generation Q. So make sure that you check out one of the parts on my channel and the other part on Evelyn's channel. And I'll link her Patreon and all of her socials and everything down in the description box as well. So in this video, I will be covering Alice and Bette. And of course, with Alice, I'll be talking about Nat and Gigi as well. And with Bette, I'll be talking about Tina as well. So you guys sit back, relax, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and let's recap the L Word Generation Q Season 1. So when we meet Alice in the first episode of Season 1 of the L Word Generation Q, Alice, all her hard work has paid off big time from the original show. And Alice has her own show called Alice, of course. And Alice is a daytime talk show host. She is enjoying the perks of the celebrity life also. She seems to really be enjoying her life and doing very well. And Alice's show is actually quite a big setting for the first season, and we assume the second season as well, because not just Alice works on her show, but also two of the new characters for Generation Q, Sophie, who's a producer on Alice's show, and Finley, who's a PA on Alice's show. So Alice, of course, has some excellent guests throughout the first season, even real life celebrities like Megan Rapinoe and Roxanne Gay. And we even get the magnificent Bette Porter as a guest on Alice's show. So Alice is doing very well when it comes to her career, but she is also doing pretty well when it comes to her relationships. She is pretty happy with her partner, Nat, who is a psychiatrist. And Nat also has 2 young children, so Alice is in full stepmom mode. And another character in Alice's main orbit is Gigi, and Gigi is Nat's ex-wife, the other mother to Nat's kids. And Gigi was absolutely my favorite character from season 1. So Alice and Nat are balancing kind of well the career and happy family life. So Alice and Nat are making it work for the sake of Nat's kids with Gigi. And in earlier episodes, there is quite a bit of chemistry between Alice and Gigi. And in episode 4, at Shane's birthday party, Nat and Alice, who are pretty intoxicated, proposition Gigi to have a threesome.
I want you and her.
And after this threesome, they decide to pursue an actual relationship together, and the throuple is born, which was one of the greatest gifts that we received in season 1.
So you're a throuple now?
Wait, what are you saying?
Throuple. It's a couple plus one.
As of course we all knew when the throuple started, it was very short-lived. It went very well for approximately 2 weeks, and then it burned down in huge fashion, and Nat and Gigi actually hooked up when Alice wasn't home, and that did not fly for Alice. So Alice kind of left, and in the way only Alice can say it, Alice said she hopes they're very fucking happy together, and Alice thought that was the end of it and Nat and Gigi were getting back together. But in the season finale, when Alice is fighting to hope that her show is renewed, and while she's interviewing Roxane Gay, Nat actually turns up at the live show and tells Alice in a big romantic gesture that she wants her and only her, and Alice and Nat end the season together, with Alice's show also being renewed for another season. Moving on to our one and only Bette fucking Porter. Bette is, in true Bette fashion, absolutely killing it professionally, but of course her personal life is still a mess. And Bette is running to be the first openly gay mayor of LA, and throughout the season we see the highs and the lows of her campaign. When she begins the season, she has this very mysterious circumstance as to why she is running, and the audience, of course, before we found out, we guessed that we thought it was something to do with her sister Kit, as Kit was noticeably absent from Generation Q, and we also knew that Pam Grier had said she wasn't available as she was filming another show. So a few episodes in, we do find out that the reason Bette is running is because Kit has passed away due to an OD, and her anti-opiate stance is how she gets involved with a new character for Generation Q, Danny Nunez, and Bette actually turns down Danny's father and her company's money because they have ties to opiate manufacturing, and Bette calls Danny out and tells her she thinks it's abhorrent that she's involved in this. So Danny takes a look inward and decides that she's going to leave her father's company, where she is a vice president, and she is going to go and put her PR skills to good use, and she is going to work on Bette's mayoral campaign. Although it's pretty obvious that Danny does have a little crush on Bette throughout the first season, Bette is making all kinds of mess in her personal life, and she has begun an affair with Felicity Adams, who was someone who worked for her when she was working for the city. And Felicity is actually married to a man, and in the first episode, Felicity's husband goes to one of Bette's campaign rallies and openly asks Bette, when she's answering questions, if Bette was still sleeping with his wife. Because as we know from Dana's bar, Bette Porter's not afraid to sleep with your wife. So even though she's been called out publicly, Bette does continue seeing Felicity behind everyone's back. Although she has been found out publicly, Bette does continue to see Felicity for a few more episodes, and then Bette does finally come to her senses and tell Felicity it's all about the campaign, when Danny finally calls her out on knowing that she is still seeing Felicity. So after Bette finally breaks up at Felicity, Bette is attending Angie's play, and Felicity's husband turns up drunk and like stumbling around, and he kind of lunges towards Angie, and Bette tries to protect Angie and shoves him out of the way and accidentally shoves him down the stairs. And of course he smashes his head, and Bette has to call an ambulance. And of course reporters, journalists swarm Bette's house, and everybody wants to know what happened. And of course when Bette is going through this very emotional and difficult time, she opens the door, and who has returned but the one and only Tina Kennard. And Tina guest stars in 2 episodes, and we have Bette and Tina explaining a bit more about why their relationship ended. And Tina actually reveals that she is engaged to someone else, Carrie, her fiance, who, as we know now, will be played by Rosie O'Donnell. And Jennifer Beals treats us to an Emmy-worthy performance in the dinner scene from episode 7, and she honestly was robbed that she wasn't given an Emmy for this performance.
Gary asked me to marry her.
This is a medical emergency because you may be having a heart attack.
Sorry, again, the audio had to be clipped out due to copyright, but you can see exactly what needs to be conveyed in this scene because the acting is that good.
In the season finale, Bette loses the mayoral race, and coupling that with the fact that Tina is engaged to someone else, she's broken up with Felicity, Bette is in a really bad place and feeling very, very down. So Angie takes her out, and we have some nice callbacks of Bette's silent retreat, and Bette teaches Angie about the importance of screaming at the top of your lungs. So even though Bette's really been hit hard, she does end the season in a good place, and she accepts a date out with a journalist, Maya, and we see Bette picking herself up, dusting herself off, and wearing the most killer dress, walking into the restaurant looking absolutely stunning.
After 50,000 views and being up for a year, this video has now been blocked on my channel, so I had to strip out the audio so this video wouldn't be blocked. Please enjoy the visual only view of Bette fucking Porter. Damn, she looks good.
So Alice and Bette both ending the season in a pretty positive place, and I am really, really excited to see what happens to my two favorite characters in Generation Q Season 2. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this recap video. As I said, if you want to learn about the rest of the goings on this season with Shane, Danny, Sophie, Finley, make sure to head over to Evelyn's part of this video, and it's all linked in the description box down below, along with all of my socials, both Evelyn and I's Patreon, and everything else possible that you guys could need. If you want to get your hands on some L Word merch, don't forget to check out my store, which also linked down below in the description box. Make sure to follow me over on social media so that you can keep up to date with everything L Word related and everything that's going down on the channel, because there is a lot of content coming with the season starting so soon. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Big thank you to Evelyn for this collaboration, and welcome to any of Evelyn's subscribers who are over here for the first time. And make sure to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.